Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be talking about Season 3, specifically the rest of Season 3 and what is happening next. We have quite a few things to talk about, like, for example, a new zombies map that we have literally heard nothing about. On top of this, we of course have to talk about Warzone, and then what is already coming this week. So we have a new weapon coming this week, a couple of new playlists, but on top of this, if you have a look at what the roadmap says, we have been knocking stuff off the Season 3 roadmap like there is no tomorrow, which means that eventually and pretty soon we're going to run out of new content for Season 3, which leads to the question, what's going to happen at that mid-season update? Is there going to be a mid-season update plus a Season 3 Reloaded update? And basically, I just wanted to round all of this information up into one video so you guys can know what is going to be going on throughout the rest of Season 3. What we're going to do is start off with everything coming this week, move into the roadmap, and then talk about the speculation about the zombies map, about what's next for Warzone, and everything going on in the future. So without further ado, let's dive in to the blog post that came out yesterday that details everything coming this week. So the first thing, of course, is that we have the new weapon, which is called the Carve.2. And as far as this goes, it's essentially the G11 from Black Ops 1. It's a burst action rifle that has a really fast fire rate. And if it follows suit of the other burst weapons, the M16 and the AUG, in Warzone, this could very well be a force to be reckoned with. It's kind of dependent on, one, its bullet velocity and damage over range. If that is good, this weapon is going to shred in Warzone. If not, it may only be good at close range. We'll have to wait and see, but what I can tell you is the fire rate on this bad boy is ridiculous, and I'm guessing it's either going to be good in Cold War or Warzone, or potentially even both. It's going to be very interesting to see because these burst weapons are very difficult to balance properly. So moving on to the new playlist that we have coming this week. First of all, we have Yamantau and Diesel 24/7. These are the two new maps with Season 3, which includes Team Deathmatch, Domination, Kill Confirmed, and Hardpoint as the various different modes that you can play inside it. And then the second playlist is just called Party Games. So this one includes Sticks and Stones, which is new in Season 3, Gun Game, and Prop Hunt all in one playlist. Each time you play, it'll be a random game mode, which is pretty cool. Now, another thing added this week actually came out today, and it's the Alien Infestation Tracer Pack and Mastercraft Bundle. So with this one, of course, you get the M16 that looks pretty ridiculous, and it also has yellow tracers and acidic dismemberment on it as well. So as far as weapons goes, this is one of the more ridiculous ones. On top of this, it also comes with an MP5 variant, which is kind of like white and yellow, looks pretty cool. And then after this, vehicle skin, calling card, the normal accessories that come with bundles. It's 2,400 COD points, and with no character skin, it's a little bit expensive, but they generally charge a little bit more for these Mastercraft blueprints. So one of the interesting things about Season 3 to me is how quickly they started to add the new content week after week. For example, last week we got the other new operator, which is Night, and then this week we are getting the Carve 2, which is one of the new weapons coming out this season. So clearly every week they're making a point to add one thing that is new. Now, if you look at the roadmap, there is not much left. First of all, we have two new maps. We have Standoff, which is a 6v6 map, fan favorite, it's been in many Call of Duty games before. Then the second one is the new multi-team map, which is the Duga. This is already in Outbreak, so no one should be surprised about what this is, but it is coming at some point this season. My guess for those would probably be the mid-season update, which is probably going to happen in about 2 weeks. Speaking of that mid-season update, though, the other really big thing that it's weird that not a lot of people are talking about is the new game mode coming out for multi-team, which is multi-team elimination. This is a battle royale mode. This is a battle royale mode on the various different multi-teams or fire team maps, depending on what you want to call them. This is incredibly interesting because there's multiple maps and it's basically a BR mode. If your team dies, you are out. It's not going to be as in-depth as, say, Warzone, but it is a big thing that a lot of people could really like because battle royales are so big. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with this, and my best guess for that is probably the mid-season update once again. The last big thing that we have that'll change up some gameplay is the two new weapons, which include the AMP-63 and the baseball bat. Now, as far as the AMP-63 goes, I believe this is a fully automatic pistol, and it'll be interesting to see how it comes out and works, because if it's akimboed, a lot of the akimbo pistols are broken right away within Warzone, and I wouldn't be surprised if this one is as well. The final thing that we have, though, on the roadmap is Antonov, which I'm going to do a separate video on him because, in my opinion, he has one of the coolest backstories out of any of the characters in the game, but we'll dive into that in the future. But yeah, this is everything that is coming and everything that we have left on the roadmap. And assumably, all of this is going to be out at the mid-season update. However, after the mid-season update, there's like 4-ish weeks where we wouldn't have anything coming out if this roadmap is all we have. So there has to be more content announced at that mid-season update. Now, the question is, what is that content? Now, the first thing that I wanted to bring up, and I haven't heard a lot of people talking about lately, is a zombies map. We haven't got a zombies map since like the season 1 mid-season update, and this is about 2 seasons now that we've been through with no new zombies map. So my guess is, at the very least, we should have one announced at least relatively soon, mid-season season 3, or at the very least beginning of season 4. Now, based off of some leaked information, it has been said that there's about 10 to 12 maps left to come out for 6v6 in Black Ops Cold War. This lines up with what we get every single season, 3 to 4 6v6 maps. Generally 3 are announced in the roadmap and 1 more is added, generally a remake map in the mid-season update. So you could expect to see potentially 1 more within season 3. Then we get into Warzone. Now, with season 3 added, they added the Hunt for Adler event, and with this it was pretty broken, and when I mean that, it means no one was really able to complete it. If you did, props to you, but essentially what they ended up doing is just unlocking this for everyone. So if you now go into your operators, go over to Adler and check out his various different skins, you'll see that the Tortured and Rescued is now a part of this. Now, where this gets interesting is based off of what we know about the story. This means that we have saved Adler from Stitch. We found him, and what we also know is that he was being brainwashed by Stitch. So we don't actually know if this version of Adler is actually good or evil. And with this, it brings up the question is, what is going to happen next inside of Warzone? So there's obviously more to this story to come. We've talked about it before at the end of the cutscene that we got for season 3. They talk about how they're going to be trying to brainwash everyone, not just Adler. And it leads to the question of what is happening next in Verdansk. And I'm willing to bet that we don't have to wait until season 4 to see what happens next. And we actually kind of know this for sure, because if we actually look at the roadmap once again, you can see down in the bottom right hand corner, we have season 3 reloaded and a mid-season event. It says a new limited time modes, rewards, and more. Now, I don't exactly know what that is going to be, but if I was willing to bet, I would bet that it's something very similar to the Hunt for Adler event. Now, I will say the whole event that we've had so far is very strange, because based off of the Tortured and Rescued skin, you'd think that Adler is rescued, but to see that without a cutscene is very strange. So maybe we get that cutscene at the mid-season update, maybe we got to wait till the end of the season, but it's kind of confusing because we don't fully know what happened there, yet we have his Tortured and Rescued skin. So basically what I'm telling you is we actually don't have a lot of information for what's coming next in season 3. As far as I'm concerned, we're due for a zombies map, and there's definitely going to be more to this Adler story within Warzone. Those are the things that I foresee coming in the future, but there's really no proof for that as of right now. So that's just speculation, but you can let me know what you think down in the comments. We of course have the rest of the content that we went over on the roadmap, but other than that, it's kind of up in the air. It'll be interesting to see, and as we get more information, I will keep you guys updated, so make sure you're subscribed, have notifications on, all of that good jazz. But as always, that's what we got so far. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please hit that like button. It does help out the channel, and let me know what you think down in the comments. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars.